Summer vacations growing up. Summer vacations, stories from my life. Summer vacations growing up. Summer vacations, stories from my life. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. Recently, I've been telling little stories from my life, and I got to thinking about summer vacations. Well, when I was growing up, we really didn't take vacations. Our biggest vacation ever, which was a big one, was driving to California when I was about 10 years old. I think about 10 years old. And we drove to California, and we had my aunt, one of my aunts with me. We had a cousin with me, and the car was completely filled up, and my mom drove the whole trip. And she had a brand new 67 Pontiac Le Mans, the kind with the fins that came down in the back on the windows, and it was red. It was beautiful. And we drove across country, and I remember that trip so well. And we went to my aunt's house in California. And so that was the biggest vacation I had ever taken as a child. And yet, some of the vacations that I took, which were smaller in nature, were actually every year I would go down for a week and stay in a town that my daddy was born and raised in. And we knew people down there. They were more like relatives. Back then, we had people in our lives that were family friends, but they were more like family, even though they were technically friends. And this woman had grown up, well, she met my mom when they were both kind of late teenagers, and they had been friends for a very, very long time. So I would go down and stay at their house. It was a real small three-room house, and their daughter actually made like a little apartment in the basement. And it was kind of a junky little apartment, but I loved to go down there because it was just so neat and so cool. Well, my friend, she was about 4 years older than me, so she was a little bit more mature than I was. So I started going down there maybe at 6 or 7, and even though I might have been 6 or 7 years old, my mom's friend, she worked in a brassiere factory, so she was gone all day. And the husband, he was gone all day. He would drive a soda truck, we called it pop or soda. He would drive a soda truck all day. So usually I was there by myself, unless my friend, well, in the beginning years, she was there, and we would do things together. Later on, I think she got married like when she was really young, well, I don't know, maybe 18, and so maybe I was 14. And so I would go there, and I would just kind of stay by myself. But there was like a little laundromat. I mean, this is a country town, but there was this little laundromat, and it had a vending machine, and it would have candy in it, and it was like a dime. And I would go down there and walk, and that was my big outing and my big trip. Later on, I would actually go down there and stay after I got older, and I ended up getting my first apartment nearby in a little bit bigger of a town, because this was a country town. But anyhow, in the early part of the stages when I would go down there, when the daughter or my friend was still young enough and she still lived at home, we would go sit on the street corner, and she would smoke cigarettes, and we had a movie theater there that was only like a one movie, and it usually played Elvis Presley movies, and she would come back and she would pretend to be Elvis Presley. And she always thought of herself as like Elvis Presley, and I'd dance along. I was probably 9 or 10 or 11, And so I really enjoyed that. We'd sit on the street corner. Well, what I really didn't know was that she was kind of looking for guys, and I was still too young for that, so I didn't pay any attention to it. I just thought we were hanging out on the street corner. And one of her best friends ended up working, as he got a little bit older, for a funeral home. And so we all kind of hung out together, But I would go every year for that 1 week, and I really looked forward to it. I really looked forward to to going there that once a year, and it was just kind of a fun thing to do. And it was very simple. It wasn't nothing that was complicated. And usually they had a carnival in town when I went down there. So when they had the carnival in town, I loved the carnival. And so my friend, she kind of got involved with one of the carnival guys, and oh my goodness, my mom's friend was so upset, and I would drive around with my mom's friend looking for her, the daughter, which was, a couple years older than me, So, but it was really neat to take those summer vacations. I really remember them, and fondly, very much fondly. And I remember listening to Loretta Lynn and Tammy Wynette with the big old 8-track tapes in the car as we would drive down, because usually my mom's friend would come up and pick me up, and then she'd bring me home that following week, or my mom would come down and pick me up. Well, from my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 channels, links pinned to the top of the comment section below. And if the links aren't working, just copy and paste, please. Hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. Porch, a place to relax.